Dang it, when I click out of the game, the audio goes. The audio goes. Stanley Parable. The new Stanley Parable. Boom, bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. Beep, bada boo. Bada do, de do. Dee da do, de do. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, so hello. We're gonna be trying out the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. We have played this game before, but we haven't played it since. So let's play a little bit, shall we? We'll see how far we get through it today, and yeah, let's go. Begin. So I chose the option of that I have played this game before, because we have.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hi, Tiger.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Aw, he was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Did he though? Did he though? Hold on, let me turn on the bot really quick. Did he though? Did he though, guys? You know, did he actually leave? I mean, who's to say he left, right? Who's to say that he left his house or left his room? I don't know. I don't really buy it. What's up, Tiger? What's up, Patrick Pearson? So if you guys don't know what this game is, it is actually crazy. It's actually a crazy, awesome, unique style game that does a really good job of just telling a story about various things. I mean, it's just such a unique game with such a unique story. You know what is this game? Tiger, I don't know if he knows. But, so, essentially, the narrator... okay, you know what? I'm going to let you see how it plays as we go through it. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to go do. Is we're going to just see how it plays first. Have you played this one, Patrick? This is the new version that just came out, guys. This is the Stanley Parable Deluxe... Ultra Deluxe, and it has new content, new endings, things like that. And I thought it would be pretty. It would be kind of cool to go through and do this. Patrick, yeah, Tiger will see. Watch an episode of The Flash, bro. Tiger, this is a pretty cool thing, though. What episode? What are you on? Which one are you on? All right.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
Yeah.
He had never been trained for that. No.
Never.
This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Yeah, nope. No.
And here I can be happy forever.
Yep, just
I will
happy.
be happy.
I'm happy.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end.
Why don't you wait for her to watch it, Tiger?
He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Ending number 1. What an ending, right, guys? What an ending. Press M for 3 minutes. Does that actually do something? M doesn't do anything.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
I
he
like
simply
how
missed a memo.
we hear a keyboard hit every time I hit a key.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That's so funny. That's really funny because we're hearing a keyboard in the game every time we mess with stuff. Couldn't even read that, bro. Hello? Oh, bro? Bro? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. I should click the door 435 times. We're gonna try to get other endings, Comedy Gold, because this is a new game, but maybe we can re-explore all the endings, the other endings, after that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, guys. It's not an ending, is it? I thought it was. It's an achievement that we had gotten it.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep. It's such a lovely employee lounge. It's really the best employee lounge that I've ever seen, bro. Truly the best. What the heck? Can I, like, zoom in? What does that say? I can't see what any of these things say. 450, bro. Oh, it looks so nice in here.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Yeah,
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh man, that's really great. Man, that's really great. Just what a well designed.
Yes. Really worth it being here in the room.
Oh man, this is
a room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
The time just melts away, really. All your problems just like kind of just drift away in this room.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone
left. Maybe. It might be. It might be why. It's, bro. It may be. Hey, what's up, Jarett? How are you doing?
Waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send a message.
I'm not Stanley, bro. How are you doing, Jarett? Welcome. Guys, it's almost like he knows that players are going to do exactly that.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
But the door on the right looks so good.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But that looks so nice too. I'm doing it. We're going down. Bum ba da ba beep beep boo boo.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Road! Road. I wanted to go in that one.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down.
You reset.
Right,
Did
left,
you have a day
down,
that you wanted to choose
right.
for your
Okay,
thingy?
yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Road. I don't want to go this way. Meow.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to...
Okay, sure.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The
What's
whole
that
story
one?
completely unusable.
219.
How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll
Wait,
just
what?
restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
Fired.
Okay, from the top.
234? What about... Bro, what about 234? It was all screwed up. And another one was fired.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so we have an achievement still. What's up, Mooster? We have an achievement for this one. You got... Well, no. It's the new one. Jarett, we can do that. We can do that tomorrow, man. If you have your thingy or if you do your day. You know this game inside out. So this is Stanley Parable Ultimate Deluxe Edition, Mooster. This just came out like 2 days ago, or yesterday, or so something. A few days ago. 'Tis but a few days ago. Patrick, if it's something about wars or a gun or something like that, then I'm probably not gonna have an answer for you.
Wait, what? No, I restarted.
I don't have any.
Restarted the game over, completely
Play it for
fresh.
5 hours.
Everything
Oh,
should
okay, you do know. Okay,
Did
nice.
something
Wait,
change?
you know it inside
Stanley,
and out in 5
did you
hours?
change anything when we were
Is that
back in that room
all the
with
content
all the
that's
monitors?
there?
Did you move the story somewhere or? Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley, let's find the story.
Plus original game, so not 5 hours. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just going places, guys. I am just going in a direction, bro. I'm gonna take a right here. I'm gonna go through that door. I'm gonna take a left. Oh, I went in a circle.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
You know one ending? Oh, I've done a bunch of...
All of his co-workers were gone.
All
What could it mean?
screensavers? Kind
Stanley
of.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back
in the
where
game.
we just
Yeah,
came
and
from.
I already
Why don't we go
put
back
myself
the
on
other
it by
direction and see if we missed anything.
choosing wrong and then choosing right. Choosing wrong and then choosing correctly after choosing wrong. What is that? Fuel. I hate Mondays. Username access. The current internal clock error. Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
No,
Is this the
doesn't look
story?
right.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Speedrun!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really
I
paid off.
literally
So,
been playing the
good
game
job.
for like 5 minutes, bro.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
No, I didn't.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Bro.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I didn't even find
All
the
right,
clip.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Yay!
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay, I'm following the line. Okay, I'm following
You see,
the line.
the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Bum, bum, bum.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply
Hold
by
on.
the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey
I shut
such
off the
that a
music
destination
because
is
you-
inevitably conjured into being
What's up,
via the very
Bumble?
manifestation
I
of
can.
the nature of life itself?
Okay, I can turn off
Stanley, I
audio
need
for
to
you
follow
guys.
this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in
can't.
fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay, so this is what you're saying? You guys can't hear music audio, right? It's very loud. Do 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 do. Bambalido. Yo. You guys can't hear anything, right? Nothing? None things? No adventure music for you? Well, I mean, if it's copyright, how do you know it's copyright, Mooster? What makes you think it's copyright? What makes you think it's copyright? In what way? I muted your guys, what you guys could hear. Yeah, I could unmute it at any second. I just muted it because Mooster told me it was copyright, and I'm gonna get problems with it. I didn't know if it... I don't think it was copyright, but maybe it is, and I shouldn't play it. You're good to play it? Okay.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and
You guys
remember
gotta hear it for
carefully.
so long.
You won't want to miss anything.
Man, I bet you guys are so glad you got to hear such a long piece of music.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any... Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted
fired?
you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, and then there's another fired person. Hey, I followed the line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting,
Back in
daring,
2015,
mysterious.
I would have
Ooh,
shared it.
This all sounds
guys.
perfectly doable.
Tell
Why
you
don't
what,
we simply
I won't
start
close
wandering
it
in.
anymore.
Well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What
Yeah,
do you want
could be,
our
yeah.
story to be?
Oh.
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Move this way. This way,
Oh,
and then this
no,
way.
not you again. Stanley.
Aw,
I'd
we
also
have our
like to veto
lovely
the line
friend
from
that-
having any role in our
Follow the
awesome
yellow
new
brick
story.
road.
No
Follow the
lines
yellow
or
brick
monitor
road.
rooms. Just
Follow,
don't
follow,
acknowledge it.
follow,
You
follow,
should be
follow the
fine.
yellow brick road. How are you doing, Brandy? I can't go that way.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From
Epic
here, the
decision.
story is in our control.
Sure it
How
is.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
This
Which
is fun.
means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to
I'm gonna walk in
go,
circles
there
like
must
this.
be a reverse door
I'm gonna walk in
that leads
sor-
here.
circles
And that in
backwards.
turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted
Just to be
reverse
difficult.
door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Bye, door. The confusion
what's this?
ending.
Confusion ending.
I've
what
gotten
this is.
exactly
It's all
17
one
minutes in,
giant
bro.
ending, and we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart
Which
again.
one am I
Then
in?
what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of
Attempt
this?
to make a story.
Is it really?
Restarts, there's no longer a boss.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting.
my
I don't
word.
want to forget what's going on.
It always
I don't
says
want to be
17.
trapped like
Oh.
this. I won't restart the game. I won't.
Oh, I
do
thought
it.
it's been
I won't
only
do it. I
17 minutes.
won't
We
do
haven't
it.
been streaming very long.
And the
so.
timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay,
Nonsense philosophy and music.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
It resets anyways, bro. No!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
We
decided
start
to
from
go
the
to the
super
meeting room.
beginning now.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right? Or is it continuing from that last one? No, it's the now.
When
Now that
Stanley
was
came to a set of
that
two
was a
open
true
doors,
reset.
he
We're
entered the
actually
door
at
on
the
his
beginning
left.
of the game again. Like now, now that was a true reset. That means that it's completely over. So this is a completely new run. So let's go. We did right, left. I want to see where the new things are. I want to find the new stuff. So let's just follow what he says and see if we can't find the new stuff that he's talking about. One of the new endings? I just want to find some new
Yet there
stuff.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Wait, what? 417, 45, 491, 416, 431, and Jim. Wait, do we have to know Jim's number? Can we zoom in on any of these papers? I'm so curious on what all this stuff says. Okay, that stuff probably doesn't matter. I wonder if there's like stuff hidden within this information that we should know. Ideas bin, recycling. Okay, well,
Coming to
Okay.
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
let's follow what he says. Can we even do anything else? Bro, what am I doing? Go down it and then go back up. Is this gonna shut the door behind me if I go through it? Wait, you're saying that I should go and downstairs. What the frick, bro? Business strategy, that's terrible. You gotta go in his main room. Oh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
That's the only thing we can do.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Yeah, I hit them wrong, thanks.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. he stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This is a new ending?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Turn around and go back up again.
Why did he feel this now,
Oh,
when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I honestly, if I probably would have asked.
Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Up and then down. I wonder if I would have done this with, honestly, with how I play games, I likely would have done this.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow.
So amazing.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Can we go now?
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen,
exactly.
How does he keep coming up with all of this?
Or just, you know, you sit and you think on it for a while and you just come up with it, you know?
Did you think we were going to go forward down this spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator.
I was sure that a lot of people
I can't even begin
to
grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
But what if it's the boss's office, bro? Dude, did you think about that? But what if it's the boss's office? Really, the real question you should be asking. Oh my word.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me.
It does.
Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
Did you see the face palming on the thing? Is it always face palming, or did it just look like it's face palming?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait.
Is that face palming?
I need more time to process.
And is that always face palming? Ba 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 dee da do dee do. While we're here, by the way, guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
All right.
And
I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
oh, you want me to go down the elevator and back up again? Okay, let's do it again, bro. Let's do it. Let's go.
Of course. Going back down.
Hold on, let me do this really quick, and then let me look at this. Got 8 likes on the stream, guys. Thank you so much for the likes on the stream currently, as well as, let me look at this thing over here. BumbbleKitten, Tiger, and Miguel, guys. Thank you for the likes and retweets, guys. All right, let's get back into this. Bum, bum, bum.
Down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
What's up, Magically Me? How are you doing? Hey, Megan! Thanks for that like and retweet on the Twitters. What's up, Kevino and Magically Me?
I've just
How are
thought
you
of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and
Nice,
slow?
bro.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only
this is
thing that
amazing.
audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters?
Megan with
Why
alerts.
aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think,
the
and to
boss's
anticipate,
office?
and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why...
if
Oh,
you
I
say
didn't
so.
know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference
Oh,
for you,
something
so
new?
that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
Sure, let's go.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Oh my word. Bro. We encourage it.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready?
Did you reach
I've
this
told
ending
them you're
already,
going to speak a little bit
Mooser?
about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of
Wait!
you, Stanley.
Wait,
Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
wait. Isn't 427 also somebody notable in Squid Game? Squid Game. Oh, I guess not. I thought Player 427. Squid Game. Yeah. Wasn't 427 somebody, like, notable in Squid Game, bro? I'm trying to think of it now. Love the way you ride those elevators, bro. Up and down again. Oh my word. Oh my word, bro. Jeez, bro. And they're all eyes, bro. The dude who came up with pizza. Doing great. Do 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 ba da be do 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 do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I've only been here for 5 minutes. Thank you. Thank you. And then that is the ending end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content!
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Bro. What Ultra Deluxe content?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
So this isn't the full ending yet. So this is just continuing where we were at.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's go, bro. Okay, I'm waiting.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if
Did they change the person who speaks?
Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I mean, it would make sense if they hired somebody else, but it would be better if they're...
All right. All right, let's see it.
Dude.
The jump circle?
Bro. You can actually jump, bro.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
What happens if you jump in it? Nothing, right? You can just jump in it for 35 times. I wonder if we have to leave it at a certain number or something, possibly. I'm going to leave it at 34 and see what happens.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
It
If
is.
This is new content. Then I
Bro,
could just read you the whole dictionary.
this is
There's
now
20
better
hours
than-
of new content right there. Hell,
bro.
I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
Very good.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
Bro.
I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
Yes.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a
You
cheap
would have ran the
expansion
counter
to
down to
market
zero?
for no
Have
reason
you?
other
Did
than
you?
to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's
Most
hard to
people ran the
believe one of them
counter out.
actually
What does it
says,
do?
"Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
Oh, I don't know if there
Just
was.
you
There
and me
probably wasn't
having
anything
a great
to it.
time together, like always.
Except he would have just
What do
just
you
been
say,
like.
friend?
And then he went through the door. I would say it's a good thing you didn't run it out since it doesn't reset ever. What do you mean reset? Like that's your total number of jumps in the game? I figured that there was going to be something to do with it later. That's why I didn't want to run it out.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Bro. I like we're just don't like their boss, bro. So do we do the vent or do we go through the door? Guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? What's the better end? What's the funnier ending? Oh, look at that. It's a picture of what we first saw. Can I save? No. You don't know? Well, not you. I meant like ultimate explosive. Should I follow? Bro. You haven't done the door. Well, what does this do? Okay, so we have to fall. You did this. Okay, well, let's try to see what this is, I guess.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Whoa! What is this, Dark Souls all of a sudden?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, that's kind of cute. That's kind of really
You see,
cute,
Stanley,
bro.
doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back
Stanley
then, it all
Parable,
meant
Last of
something.
Us.
Oh, the waste.
For the Last of Us, dude. In 2014. Because it wasn't... Did they lose the award? I don't know what that award is. Did they actually lose it? Lose it? By the narrator? Bro, that's funny. Do. The Memory Zone temp. Bro. This is interesting. Do. Oh man. Mozilla Foxfire, buy on Steam. Bro. Did you get the 5-year achievement? I don't know how long it's been. I don't think it's been 5 years though since I think it's been much less than 5 years. The Stanley Parable demonstration. Oh, so that was the demo? Trip down memory lane. The first dollar they earned. I wonder if that's a legitimate picture of the first dollar they earned. Don't play. Yeah, I didn't get that one. It's impossible to give that achievement. Is it actually impossible? Oh, they're British academies. Oh. That's why I wouldn't recognize them. Wait. There's a piano over there. Can we sit on the bench? Oh! Do I have to worry about the song?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
You only have to worry
Every
about
game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally
back
every
tomorrow. We hope
game
to see you
ever
soon,
created.
mister.
It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Wait, was that what he was reading this? Wait, where was he wait, what? I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. I thought he was reading from that. Yeah, nice, dude, bro. Look at that. It's a picture of Portal. That's so funny. This has got to be a heavy thing. They had to be somewhat like, it plays a lot like Portal. Memory zone maintenance. Dang it, my nose. Person of the year. Designing of the house. This is a new ending. Because of what?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The serious room. Can't even get over there. We can't even get over there, bro. The serious room. Did we actually make it to the serious room at some point? Because I don't even know. Look at the pencil sharpener and stuff up top. For Scott.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Oh, maintenance.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's being collected down here.
Oh man,
Surely
this
these
is gonna be
reviews were
good.
glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. People when anonymous are great. You know, they're just super
Honestly,
great.
I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
What's up, Omega? How are you doing? That's really funny. I'm doing good. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so the Steam reviews, bro. Gotta watch out for those.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. But dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel
These comments
like a
are
failure.
savage, right?
Like
They're
I let
probably
these people
real.
down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't
They're
quite as
probably
sterling as I
real,
always
honestly.
remembered.
They're probably actual comments left in actual Steam reviews. You wish it was known? Oh, I'm positive that they are real. I am 100% positive that these are absolutely real comments.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today,
Probably
and
not
it's
real.
always been my
All that
motto.
they'd have to do
I'd
is
do anything
no,
for the customers.
no. As soon as
yes, a skip button we shall have.
as you post something publicly online, it becomes public. So the only people that they would need permission from is Steam, and Steam could easily give them permission for that. Yeah, they could. So yeah, the only person they would need is Steam. I mean, that's like somebody saying, "Oh, you use my comment on your video in your video." That's not allowed. No, you kind of give us the you give if somebody writes a comment on your video, you can be nice and not show their name, so that they don't get harassed in negative ways. If that's what generally people do. Especially if they have that stuff, but generally,
And here
you
it is.
need the
Go ahead
the
and
owner,
give it a shot.
which is
I'll
the
pop you forward in time so
platform.
that the
In this
second
case,
my
it'd be
incessant
Steam,
droning starts to
YouTube.
bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this.
the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices.
He literally says
and therefore,
the same
by
thing
becoming it
over
is,
again.
so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah
I
blah
wonder
blah
if
blah
something
blah
was
blah
written
blah blah blah
and then they
blah
just
blah
took
blah.
out
We've
sections
eaten too
of
much
it.
and it can't be just yet. No,
Is it literally the
until
same thing? Has anybody
245.
sat here
That the
and
logic of
listened to it like
elimination working
5,
backwards,
10
the
times in a
deduction
row?
therefore becomes impossible
And see if
to
something
manufacture.
happens
It
if
went
you've
on for
if you
nearly
listen to it like a bunch of times if
10,000
something
years,
else
until
happens,
just
like you
yesterday,
actually
here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime.
Nope. Have you played this
Can't
yet,
be.
Omega?
It's the only thing there is. How many billions
Does
left
loop
until
dialogue
so
to
much
force.
more than forever ago?
It,
Which is
it
why I
infinitely
say,
loops ultimate
the
is what you're
story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now
That's
you
a
see,
guess?
blah
Oh.
blah 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 blah.
Listen
We've
to it.
eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No,
Hold
until
on.
245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes
Hold on.
impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices.
It only was
or what
like
have
15
you,
seconds
And therefore,
per.
by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably.
Is
we
this
all
actually
until the end of
changing?
time,
This is
at which
actually
time
moving.
Everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah
It's
blah blah blah. We've eaten
not
too much and it
accurate
can't be
at all.
just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the
Wanna play the
deduction
original, but
therefore
the
becomes
computer you had
impossible
at
to
the time was not
manufacture.
part.
It
We'll get
went
up to
on
this-
for
get this
nearly
one soon.
10,000
Bro.
years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing
wanna
there
see if
is.
it
How many
changes,
billions
bro.
left until so much more than forever ago? Which
Okay,
is
let's
why
listen
I
to
say,
one more time.
the story and the choices.
Okay, let's
or what
listen to
have
one more
you,
time, then we'll
and
hit the button.
therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be
The
just
clock
yet.
actually is moving.
until 245.
It's
But
li-
the
it
logic of
literally actually
elimination
is
working
keeping
backwards,
time right
the
now.
deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for
It's just
nearly
not accurate.
10,000 years, until just
right
yesterday,
now,
here and
it's,
there, forward and back,
08,
and never a
and that
moment
says-
before lunchtime. It can't
says,
be. It's
11.
the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was
Dude!
plenty of time for me to deliver a long
No,
rambling
we
monologue
could have
full of
waited!
unnecessary verbal flourishes
We could have
and
waited.
lengthy
Look at what
ruminations
time it
on the
is.
nature of choice in video games.
It took us.
Of course, I happen
It
to
was
believe
literally
it was
like
perhaps one of
5
my
minutes,
more
10,
profound
50,
such
like 10
ruminations.
minutes
Not
of
that,
looping.
Of course, you need a description of it. but
Dude,
if I had
somebody
to
go
describe
and
it,
then
I'd
sit
say
there
it
for
was
like
perhaps
10
less
minutes
of a
in your own
rumination
game
and more of a
and tell me if
treatise.
something different
Or
happens. Because look
maybe
at what
a
time it is.
manifesto. Look,
How much
I'll
you wanna bet?
outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory
I mean, you can
is
just
that
mute it
any
if it's
choice
annoying.
you've ever made
The clock
is
is
simply
fake.
a series of choices
No,
made
we just
by the person
I
who
just
you
confirmed
are,
it
or
was
were,
keeping
or
time.
will be at the
Yeah.
time of having
So
made
it was
said
it was
choice.
at
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I'm not sick of shall be the victor.
So
it is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley.
Real quick, guys. Real quick. I want you guys to... so on there, what we saw was that before... if you have this game, I'd love for you to test this. So we sat here, the clock was actually moving. We sat here for 2 minutes and I made sure that the clock was keeping actual time. We hit that skip button, the clock moved in time by, 5 or so minutes. So my question is if you go to that exact loop and you wait until that much time, does something happen, or does it always go 5 minutes in the future? And we would need to test that. I mean, I guess you could test it just by skipping it, and then if it just takes you 5 minutes in the future, no matter what point it says, then that would also suggest that it always puts you 5 minutes in the future. But what if the game is also set up in a way to make you wait a good 10 minutes before to hear one other thing? Like, it might be like him repeating the same thing for like 9 minutes, and then he says one different thing right before he starts humming, and then we get skipped to the point of him humming. And that's my question. So we need somebody to sit there or skip as quick as they can and see if the time is only 5 minutes ahead or so. If it's a different time than the one. There's an issue with testing it, though. What's the issue with testing it?
Rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. 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 Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review.
Okay, guys, we gotta check this. Let me check Steam really quick. Let me open Steam. How do I go about opening Steam quick? I kind of want to open Steam and see if we can actually what's up, Demise? Why would you want to what game?
Merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial, Something along the lines of, this game is the best game. Let me start
Apex
over.
Legends.
How about
Oh,
this?
you just watched a stream from
From
yesterday?
the ashes of depravity.
I was
rises the
actually
phoenix of
thinking,
quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable?
Oh, that's
Such
so
a
funny!
revolutionary step
I
forward in the
literally
lineage
read
of one of
this
the most
Steam
beloved video
review.
game properties
That's
of
so
all
funny. I
time.
was
The
wondering why
additions
people
and
said that.
changes made to
Multiple
this
people
expansion
said this,
will
and I thought it was a
surely resonate in
bot.
the annals of the history
That's
of
so
all
funny.
media ever made. It is
I
perhaps
love
true
that.
to say
I love that so
no
much because I
mistakes
saw
are
people
forever etched in
actually
stone, for
leave
the
these
stone
Steam
into which
reviews
the
when I was
Stanley
going to look at this
Parable is
game.
carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment.
I love
You
that.
are not beyond redemption.
Oh
You
my
may change,
word.
and you may become more, so much more than you were before.
I was
If there is
so
any message to be
confused.
taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review. It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving. I have to read it again. It's simply too wonderful. I have to experience this just one more
So,
time.
What is so funny about that, guys, is I literally, when I was going to see if I wanted to get this game to play it for you guys, exactly that, bro, exactly that was written by multiple people, and I was confused. I'm all like, okay, you really love the game, man. But now it makes so much more sense to me. It makes so much more sense seeing those because they were literally giving that Steam review. That's so hilarious. That is actually hilarious, bro. Especially because I saw those reviews before ever coming into Ultra Deluxe.
The ashes of depravity rises the... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest
What's
that
the
we
first thing
not
you watched,
press the
Dem?
button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option. I'm asking you to work with me here. We
I'm
need
trying.
a door. We need a door of some kind. I
A
can work with
zombie
any
game,
kind of door,
open world.
as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please. Please do not press the skip button.
7
Just
days to die.
Wait here for me.
I see
And
what you're
don't
talking about
press
now.
the skip button.
That was a long time
Got
ago.
it? Yes, good. I'll
Okay.
be right back.
Okay. He said don't press the skip button. How long do we have to wait? If he actually comes back, then we don't have to hit the skip button. But if he doesn't come back, maybe. I was actually thinking about playing Apex today. Or Sea of Thieves. We'll probably play Sea of Thieves here soon. Honestly, we'll play Sea of Thieves very soon here on the channel. Especially since that's a video that gets people... that gets seen by like 100 people a day, bro, which is weird because it's just me taking out a what's it called? I solo take out a ghost ship galleon. Or I guess it's a skeleton ship galleon, not a ghost ship galleon. They're different things nowadays. Yeah, I was thinking about playing some Sea of Thieves or Apex. You guys seemed to like Apex yesterday, actually. So I was surprised about that. So nice. I'm working on a Minecraft video for you guys. I started recording it, and then it just was difficult to record the way I wanted it, so I needed to re-record it. So it's going to take me a little longer than I thought. Is he going to come back? Bro. How long do you think it'll be before he comes back? Or does he not come back? You're downloading Apex? Well, you won't be able to play with me necessarily. The only person that'll be probably playing with... I mean, you could try to randomly get in the same game as me, but to get in my party, that's a... like... Tiger is going to be playing Apex here soon. If he does come back, it would be on... Oh, dang it. Okay, fine.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley. There's no door.
Man.
There's just you and the button. And if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here. And more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews.
Like, what is
reviews
the
that I
option?
couldn't get out of
We
my
have
head.
to.
I just couldn't ignore
It's literally the only
negative
option to
feedback.
progress
Why was it
the
so
games?
important for me to fix the problem?
Why
Why
is there-
did Cookie
oh,
Nine's
there's-
opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant
Nice.
as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt
Cookie
it.
Nine
Surely you'll press that
exist.
button
They
again,
do.
leaving
Wow.
me here. And surely you'll put your own desire.
I wonder if Cookie
to
Nine
see
is an
what's
actual
next ahead
person
of my need for company,
left
for
a Steam review.
companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was
His
it so
audio was
important
cut
for me to
middle way.
fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion
Okay,
matter so much to
it
me?
just
I've
started
never
repeating.
even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea
It
who
just started
they
repeating.
are.
Rude.
What would- Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time. That if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us. And I am suspended in its unyielding quietness.
They probably exist,
I can
bro.
feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Poor guy. Poor guy. What is that generator? Can we hear what time it is? No. Is that all of his dialogue for the moment? Uh-oh.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only
Oopsie.
regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt
Bro.
nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines.
How did we get here
that
again?
Each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed,
Going up
and the
and
most
down a single
unyielding fear
elevator.
I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
What happened? What just happened, bro? We just keep hitting the button? Is the game gonna restart, or does it not restart, bro? That's very loud.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives.
A lot of people do this. This is something that a lot of people do, and he's right about it. I'm pausing him right now. Sorry, narrator. But guys, I have not catered to everybody, so I think that it's up to each person individually, and companies feel like they have to, because they're afraid that they're gonna not make a profit if they don't. You know, everybody's offended by everything nowadays. I think that in a lot of cases, things that people are offended by you know, things that really don't matter. Like, not things that like just don't matter to one person. I'm saying that things like really don't matter. Like, you know, somebody I don't know, like just people hating on each other with somebody else's life when it has nothing to do with them. That covers so much stuff. And that just doesn't need to happen at all, right? And it also goes it goes to, you know, the company.
It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves they couldn't help but leave a negative review on Steam. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison. Perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amuse them endlessly from start to finish. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, "End."
So it's going around in circles now. Bro. That was a long loop. Bro, yeah, it was. Do we just do it again?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the...
Did you do this, Ultimate? Did you do this ending, Ultimate? You stopped listening after the lights went out. Oh. What do you mean that you stopped listening? Did you continue to hit the button over and over? Tiger. Did you continue to hit the... You started skipping quickly. That's pretty. Are we playing Portal 2 now, right? This does have take us back to the beginning, right? What's up, Enlightened? How are you doing? Wait, do we just start walking? This is a pretty long ending. Do we go to do this? Okay, we have to start walking. Hey, thank you so much for that follow. But it's actually fun the whole way. Man.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Man, what a deep ending. And really, you know, it speaks to how people see things. Everything is so bleak these days that that's what live streams are for. You know, live streams are just another form of entertainment, really. Just another form of that same thing. But I think it's beneficial. But not only, you know, hair in my mouth. You know, it's about how, you know, we just go about our days, and really what we got to do is we got to find out how to make
What could it mean?
every day exciting again, right?
Stanley decided to
For
go to the
everybody.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm trying to... Hey, Enlighten Nevada! Thank you so much for that, bro. New content,
Oh, good.
bro.
You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Hey, guys, can we get a hashtag the Enlighten Nevadan, bro? Dude, thank you so much.
Let's do this.
What's up, Sims? How are you doing? You might be starting to see why it's hard to test.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content
doing
for it
good,
should
Sims.
live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley
1st?
Parable
Hey!
2, now that's an artistic
Well,
statement.
we'll
right
all
there.
give you a
It's
hashtag for your happy
future-oriented.
birthday
It
if you let us
screams
know.
progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Stanley throws axes, gets boons from gods? Artistic, intimate wife scene, free roam, more famous narrators scratched out, proper gameplay, nude Stanley, New York City, fuel canister. Wow. That's wow. Dang it, I can't see. What does that say? It's a song. It was song lyrics. I can't read what's on that. Something. Wow. And did you do this? And you did this ending? Concept art, circle, bro. Interesting. Oh, there's the plant. The plant he said it was going to come in place. The best ending, basically. Boring sections of the chart. Cool, red section of the chart, bro. That's a meme all on its own right there. Bro. That's funny. Wait. Old, new hotness. Nice. A lot of stuff to look at.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out.
Night,
Game
Megan.
development is
Sleep
much
well.
more of a
Thanks so much
fuzzy
for joining
magic
us
than
tonight.
anything scientific or logical, really.
I can't read what those say. What the heck was that, bro? Core loot? Oh, it says eat. Why is it saying eat, bro? I'm trying to read this. Did you do that, Omega? Night, Megan.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Reassurance bucket, infinite hole. Bro. Oh my word, there's an actual QR code. Bro. You did all this stuff? Did you do that? Road to the perfect button, bro. Epilogue. Man, maybe we should do that. It says, please no screenshots. I'm literally streaming this. Am I not supposed to be... Do they not... Is there streams of this at all, guys? I don't... If they actually literally don't want people to be, like, streaming this, then I don't want to do that. Right? Bro, I'd feel terrible. What does this matter? Okay. So, dude, there are streams already of doing this stuff. I would feel bad, bro. Free achievement. Bro. Did you try everything in here? Oh, look at that. Bro, it did start
You know
going
what,
down.
Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
You did all of them, bro. Man, there's so much stuff here. It's 8 o'clock. Dang. There's too much stuff. I was gonna do some stuff, but we have to end it because it's getting sort of on the late. All entrance infinity. It's a black hole, bro. More hole infinity falling in. Man, this is hilarious, bro. Wow. Rim surrounding area. Well, I mean, maybe we come back and explore all of these, because each one of these an ending? It doesn't say up to the new door. What are you talking about?
Oh, goodness. Stanley, this is very awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to both the exhibits for the bucket and the collectibles. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves both of them. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the collectibles and the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
What's with the car?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Oh man,
It's true.
calm and ease, bro.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley
This
Parable
epic
will
sound.
feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive
Bucket.
dissonance while the
Oh,
bucket is in
Bucket,
your arms.
you're
And to be
amazing.
honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually
Bro.
redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Hey, what's
Yes,
up, Vinny?
The bucket. is the
Welcome,
perfect
welcome,
solution.
Raiders. How are you
Give it a
doing?
try.
Guys, if you do not know who original
Can you feel
150
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
welcome,
In fact,
welcome,
can I
Dylan.
say that I do
Gazzy,
believe
what's
the
up,
bucket
Vinny? How are
lends
you
an air
doing?
of charisma
Pat,
as well.
Landon,
I
Eric,
think that
Huntress,
just holding
Martin,
it has made you the
Glassine,
slightest
Austin,
bit more attractive
Reeson,
as a person.
River,
The benefits of the
Ethan,
bucket
Chris.
seem to go on and on, don't
Welcome,
they?
welcome, welcome,
All
Raiders. How are
this
you guys
and more
doing?
Await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Bro. Bruh. How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. Guys, if you do not know who Vinny is, he is an awesome content creator here on the Tubes of You. Guys, what was Vinny up to today? Be sure to check him out. If anybody who doesn't know him right now, he's original, if I can spell. Original 151. Thank you so much for the raid, my man. Guys, please go check him out. What we're doing here is we're playing the Stanley Parable.
Does anyone
It's
give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
Okay, let me give a quick update. He won a hardcore Nuzlocke, bro. G freaking G. Hardcore Nuzlocke, not easy at all. Not easy in the slightest. Congratulations on that. G freaking G. So what we're doing here is this is a game called Stanley Parable, but it's the Ultra Deluxe version, just came out, and it does continues on the path of what was done before, but we're going to be calling it here soon because I'm not sure how much more into this ending there. But is this where he can't person? What do you mean? Is he can't person? So the narrator is narrating the game, and you can kind of do things wrong
if it isn't already.
and whatnot. It's crazy. It's crazy and weird. And apparently, we feel much better with this bucket. A very lovely bucket. Dude. Collect them all. We have to go here and get one.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2,
Bro.
you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Rip.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh my word. The end is never the end. Yeah. So what do we do? Bruh. What do we do from right here? Do we just want to jump off? Or do we do this? Boom! Oh, guys, we'll explore the other sides of those in the near future. And so what the game is, we'll have to definitely have to explore those in the near future. I do unfortunately have to get going here soon, so we'll just have to go back to that in the very, very near future, unfortunately. But guys,
All
there's
this
a whole bunch
coworkers
of
were
content
gone. What could it
where
mean?
you can
Stanley
there's just so
decided
many
to go to
different
the
things,
meeting
so
room.
we
Perhaps
can
he'd
I'll give you guys
simply missed a memo.
anybody who doesn't know this game, you're back at the end. Sorry, Mooster, sorry. So there's like this new extra content that you can get to, but you can
When
so
Stanley
a
came to a
great way
set
to
of
explain
two
this game
open
is like right
doors,
here.
He entered the door on his left.
The narrator wants us to go to the left, and then if we go to the right,
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
it's
admire
pretty
it.
funny. And the new
Wow.
is still there. Good.
Yes,
Yeah, it is.
this room. What a beautiful, but eager to get back to business. Stanley
So
took
it's
the
based
first
on where you
open door
go,
on
and you
his
can
left.
change your decisions. It says open door on my left. What if I just don't? I go
Stanley was
straight
so
instead.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great, bro. It's pretty fantastic. So, any case, though, thank you again, Vinny Raiders, for jumping on in. Guys, please go check out Vinny, Original 151, if anybody doesn't know him. Jump to the crosswalk. Jump to the crosswalk.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, you mean jump
I'm not
off
sure
the
I
crosswalk?
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in
Jumping
someone
to
else
the
can be
crosswalk.
difficult.
What's wrong with
but
it this
the fact
time?
is that the
I've been there
story has
before.
been about nothing but you.
Oh, there's something
all
there.
this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Danger,
let me prove
danger
it. Let me
everywhere.
prove that I'm on your side.
That's funny. Gotten? What do you mean, gotten? Okay, anywho, we're going to go ahead and call it there for today on our side of things, guys. And thank you again so much, Vinny, for your raid. We may play this in Could I be louder? I'm really loud. You don't like how loud I am? I shouldn't be going. It's no, so quiet. Oh, you're like literally asking if I could be louder. Yeah, I can up my volume a little bit. Sure, I can up my volume a little bit. My bad. I am kind of quiet. My bad. I thought you were being like, could you be louder, bro? But you're like, no, could you be louder? I legitimately asking a question. I'm sorry, Ren. Mooster Chief, what was down that way? Have you done that side, Mooster? Did you go and do that, Mooster? Okay, guys, let us ourselves go do a raid. Go do a raid. A raidy raid. Let's go say hi to Francis, who's doing Switch Sports. King Raid. Yep.
GG, yo, GG. Alright, going back to member reception, it is time to go on a raidy raid. Yo, I'm completely tired and exhausted.
I guess we're not raiding him. I guess we're not raiding that man. You don't think you could ever stream that game? You would be too invested in it? You should definitely stream it, bro. This was your first raid. It was fun. Usually streamers generally go on longer, Ren, but today, unfortunately, Vinny did catch me as I was wrapping up for the day. But I still very highly appreciate the Vinny raid and all the Vinny raiders who came along on that. It really means a lot. Congratulations to Vinny again, my man, for beating that hardcore Nuzlocke. Let's see, who do we want to go say hi to then? Let's go to Frosty Lemon.
I've seen the news, Mario Kart. I know you're excited.
Oh, he's doing Animal Crossing. That's very different than what we're doing. Maybe Pudge is the closest we have to. What is Twisted, but it's Pokemon. It's nothing like Stanley Parable in like any way at all. I think Pudge might be a good option. Let's go say hi to Pudge today. Let's go to hashtag KingCraid over to Pudge 007. No game is really like Stanley Parable. That is true. That is true. It's a very unique game. It's unbelievably unique in its in the other end. Do you all know each other? Just being nice. Oh yeah. I'm a mod for Vinny. I help mod his chat sometimes. I usually do it from the background though. I'd be a lurker. That'd be me. Oh. Hey, look at that. There is one game that is close to it. Oh, what is that?
Being raided.
Beginner's Guide is kind of like Oh, really? Hey, Tiger, Brandy, Ethan, Ultimate Explosive Gaming. You guys are awesome. Look at you guys. There's Sims. Put a me raid in there. Beginner's Guide is? Mooster, did you do all endings? Corridor? So two types of games that are close to it. It's made by the same guy. Nifty. King Grade moment booster. Nice. Beginner's Guide either. Maybe we'll have to look into the stuff, guys. Maybe. Hey, Jarett with the concrete. Enlighten Nevada, and look at you guys. Thanks so much for raiding, guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you so much for that raid.
Okay, I will see you guys tomorrow for probably Markiplier. We'll probably do some Markiplier stuff tomorrow, guys. We'll go through at least one path on Markiplier's
Ren, welcome. Welcome, Ren.
On
Good to have you.
Markiplier's McThingy.
Booster Chief.
Hey,
Booster.
Ren, thanks for rating as well.
Jarett, Kunk, Kunk is a kink, but he's a punk.
Like, you guys are awesome. Okay, guys,
Is he
I
Nevada?
will see
Nevada?
you guys.
Or Nevada.
Um,
Is it Nevada?
I will
That's
see
number
you
one, or
guys
is it
tomorrow.
Nevada?
Until
That's
then,
one or
stay
two.
amazing.
Nevada
Have a
or
great night.
Nevada?
And toodaloo.